Okay, kids, it's Uncle Mike. Here again to talk with you about Santa Claus. Okay, so we got Santa Claus, and we know he's riding on the comets, delivering things, moving around the universe and the solar system. And we know Santa Claus, he is in the solar system right now. He was riding on Comet Ison, right? He's coming in around the sun. And, maybe it was too much, maybe he get too close. Come on, man, Santa Claus. Santa Claus just fine. Otherwise, he would not be talking to you. So, we got the hand. We got the hand right here. We know what this means. We know about these fingers in the body, or body and the mind, the spirit, God, and thumb. Thumb is something else still. But to help you understand when you see symbols, Santa Claus been coming for a while. He made a lot of friends here on Earth over the years. Some of his best friends, Mexican guys, but they were not Mexicans then. They were Mayans, the Mayans, the guys with the math, right? Yeah, those guys. They know Santa Claus pretty well. They don't call him Santa Claus. We call him something else, but same guy. They used to rock out when he would come around. They have a big party, like big party. Lots of food, cook lots of meat, play lots of music, music and dancing, lots of dancing. But, they know what he's for, the hand, all the parts. These two parts, the mind and the God. Just those two together, Yeah, Santa Claus. You think that's like rock and roll music, and ice the devil, yeah. No, man. It's the mind and the God. That's it. You got those two things up, that's what you are using. That come from Mayas, Mayas, they invent these symbols, Santa Claus. They invent headbanging too, Yeah, that was the Mayans. So, the symbol. And like, they got these two top down, and thumb holding them. You change this symbol just a little bit, just let the thumb fly, now you got this one, ask the island guys, ask them about mind and God and myth, let myth carry you, take you to paradise, that's what he did. He take them from these to these, you know. Hang loose, paradise. Still, you know, still without body and spirit too involved in it, you know. Anyway, the hand and the symbols, what they mean. Santa tell him to you, so I'm here still doing that, you know. Anyway, we got we get the story happening. Santa Claus, who, you know, his name is Nick, but I don't think it's really his name is not really Nick. I think Nick is a nickname, you know, nickname. It's a nickname. It's something your buddies call you, you know, it's a second name, you know, second time you got named. Your parents name you, and then after you become you some, you know, you personality come out. Your friends give you a nickname, you know, a nickname. So I think Nick is not even really Santa Claus' name. I think Nick is nickname. But but the son Maybelle, you know, Maybelle that was her first name, or so she thought too, you know. I think, you know, she changed her name a whole lot of times over the years, mostly for disguise, you know, and for something new, you know. Hide and then, pooh! Surprise! It's your mama. Anyway, Nick and Maybelle. Oh, Nick. So Nick is flying in, you know. He's coming to check her out, you know, for the first time. For the very first time, he's gonna get close. And Maybelle, she's excited because she's never had anybody come close. So she is a little scared, and she's a little nervous because she's like, I think I trust him, but I don't know. Maybe he's bad. He tricked me. He's just going to come close and, you know, destroy me or something, or steal from me, steal something. But, you know, Nick, he knows he's not going to do that. He's just there to help. So he make his approach and he call out to her, now look, I'm going to fly around your center. And when I do that, I will be close to you, so we can talk about some more things, you know, more than we were able to talk about far away. So, you know, she said, okay. And Mickey's flying in, but he's not flying, you know, like he's not under power anymore, you know, he's just using gravity, because he shut off his engine, shut off his solar collectors, you know, all systems are down, you know, he's just trajectory and gravity. Like that. It's a pretty good trick, you know, because really without knowing what's in there, it's just mostly a guess, you know. It's just like shoot from the hip. Fingers crossed. You're gonna come out the other side, you know. That's Nick, you know. That's Santa. He's kind of a crazy guy like that, so you know, he do it. Come out the other side, and maybe it'll say, "Whoa, so fun, you know, that was exciting." He said, "Yeah, it was pretty good. I got good, accurate numbers for you now." And he give them to her. So now you know you have accurate survey. You know what mass you contain. good place to start when you make your decisions about what you're going to do with it. Know what you got. So Nick give her that, and he tell her, now probably some other guys gonna come around and offer their service to you. It's up to you, you choose whoever you want to. But remember me. Maybe I said, okay, Nick, I'll do that. Thank you. I should take the information that he give to her. She keep thinking about what she's going to do with her stuff. And Nick, he go on to next job, previous job, whatever. Got things to do. So, Nick, Santa, he's seen his buddies, He's telling him about his travels and different worlds he is helping with. And his buddies are like, what about that one star over there? We see you, talking to her. Getting something set up with that? It's like, I don't know, maybe. She's kind of shy. Anyway, so Nick just keep on doing his thing, keep on running his deliveries, moving things around here to there to here. Still wondering about the song. Then one day, Nicky, he get a call from God, God's like, Santa, need to talk to you. And Santa's like, oh boy, now what, The boss man is like calling into his office. Great. So I tell him, well, okay, as soon as I can get over there, I will see you. And boss says, okay. And so Nicky's kind of stressed out now, He's like, oh no, the boss man, want to see me. Maybe I make a mistake somewhere. I don't think so though. I double check. Making list, check twice. Always. Santa Claus. Always doing that. So he don't think he made a mistake, but still he's wondering why does God want to see me? Boss man. Anyway, he get to God's office. Boss. Say, here I am. What you want? And God said, Nick, come on in. Sit down. We need to talk. So Nick pull up a chair. He say, what's happening, dude? Is there a problem? Am I breaking some rules? God said, no, man, not at all. As far as I can tell, you are, cream of the crop, one of the best. Everybody likes you, He said, okay, that's fine. I, do what I can, but I'm kind of busy. Why'd you bring me in here? And I said, I have a contract, proposed to you. And it's pretty lengthy one, it's pretty involved. And Santa said, from who? God said, it's Mabel. Mabel is her name. Santa said, oh, Contract, huh? Already, yes. She want a contract. Okay, well, give it to me. I'll take a look. See if I can live up to it. I got to see if that's something I can do or not. I'll say, yeah, absolutely, man. Here's a copy. Take it with you. Read it. Give it some thought. Make sure you want to do it or not. Santa said, okay. And off he goes. He's reading it over. That contract, because that's a pretty good way to understand someone, where they are coming from and what type of individual they are, how they word their contract, Pretty good way. So, Santa is excited. He's like, oh, if nothing else, this is positive for me because it's some interaction. Whether we sign contract or not, help me to understand my attraction to this star, Santa Claus. Because he knows, he's like, I don't know why, he's attracted to Mabel. But, cautious too, because star is a powerful thing, you don't want to upset it. You definitely don't want, to injure it. Of course, not that. But, curious, yeah. So, Santa Claus, flying through space, through the universe, custom deliveries, reading the contract, really look it over, and he is surprised by, like how involved it is, how specific, like how possibly she can know, exactly, precisely what she wants and when, what difference it make. Never had anyone, come up with such involved contract. It's a mystery to him. But, he tried not to question it too much, he just look at the information and decide for himself, can I do that or not? And some of them, I got to tell you, Santa thought, that's a challenge, that's a challenge. I'm not exactly sure I can do that, So he had to think about it a little while longer, And after he read it a few times more, he convinced to himself, yeah, I can fulfill it. I can do this. It's going to require a lot of my resource, a lot of my devotion. I have to devote a lot to this star. But I think it's going to be worth it. Just, only one little part, one thing. And he write it in at the bottom of the contract, He's like, I'd like to include this one part to this contract. We call it's a clause, It's a clause in the contract is what that is, Clause in the contract. Yeah, it's called the Santa Claus. Right? Okay. So, anyway. Santa Claus. Submit back to God. Back through the source. Checking it out, Make sure. All legal. Everybody agree. A Santa Claus in the contract. Okay, so that's it for today. But always remember the three. Remember the three. Sphincter power. Okay? That's all for tonight with Uncle Mike. We'll see you tomorrow.